Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 9 of Outer Banks, titled The Bell Tower. We start off with the last episode left off with Peter King getting shot by Rafe, and so John B and Sarah are trying to help her, but eventually, John B's kind of got to run, and Ward calls them, but he doesn't really. He takes his cuffs off, sends Rafe and Sarah off home, and calls Shoop and the others. They get her to the hospital, but I don't think she makes it. She doesn't make it, I don't think. And they Ward pins the blame on John B. While they're on the way home, Rafe is justifying it to himself. He was justifying it she was gonna shoot their dad. Shoot Ward she was just arresting him. You murdered a woman. Ward locks Sarah up in her room so she doesn't get out and help John B. Pope kind of has a crash out of seeing the plane go because, he lost his scholarship. He, smokes some weed. And kind of crashes out. Has his crash. Everybody has their crash out episode, apparently. This is Pope's. They made up with John B, and they kind of got to run because John B finds out when he goes to the police station to tell him what happened that he's the wanted man. They eventually manage to escape, split up. They go to Sarah's house, where Pope picks the worst time imaginable to admit his feelings for Key. Meanwhile, John manages to kind of get inside of a house which belonged to the black friend of Topper and Rafe. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I'm not even going to try to remember it. But he manages to lock John B in the laundry room. And for some reason doesn't call the cops first. He calls Topper. I don't know what the hell they're thinking they're doing. I don't know. He calls Topper first. And, Topper has his moment of mocking, kind of. And John B's really trying to get to him, insist that he is innocent. Meanwhile, Sarah confirms to Key that she had nothing to do with John being wanted. While she manages to convince Wheezy to let her out, and she escapes and tries to find John B. Rafe is absolutely going in on John B because, trying to really throw suspicion off of him, I guess. John B and Sarah manage to meet up at the bell tower where Topper finds him. They have a real conversation and argument, which was a furtherment of the argument and conversation between John B and Topper had while he was locked away in the laundry room. John B managed to escape through the dryer vent or whatever in the wall. This time, since the first one was about Sarah, now it has Sarah again. It's just a furtherment. Is that a word? I don't know. It's just furthering the conversation from, behind doors, this time face to face. I guess, Topper managed to believe them because he comes out of the bell tower wearing John B's clothes, letting them escape. Meanwhile, Rafe, the psychopath, burns down the bell tower, assuming that John B is in there, which is just all right, I guess he's now got a kill streak going. Cool. And that's how the episode ends, with Topper getting arrested, wanted in connection with them. And, yeah. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm going to be honest. I really enjoyed this episode. It was nice. It was fun. It sets up the finale, because the next episode is the final episode of the season, really nicely. I'm gonna give this episode I don't know. I don't know what's gonna. I'm trying to think what's gonna happen. I'm assuming that Sarah and John B aren't gonna split up and they're gonna escape together. Ward's gonna pull some sketchy shit. Topper's obviously gonna get free, I suppose. He's not going down. I don't know where JJ, Keys, and Pope storyline goes from here, though. Ward's definitely gonna go back to the gold and do some more sketchy shit. Rafe, we're just definitely gonna see Rafe's decline. I'm pretty sure this is not the end of Rafe's decline, maybe. I don't think. I think I'll give this episode an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.